Hello and welcome to another opportunity to attract the man of your dreams, or today to the opportunity to finally get rid of your current boyfriend who's not good for you, or in case you are single, to avoid a boyfriend that you might meet in the future who's definitely not good for you. And yes, I'm very passionate about helping you to attract the man of your dreams and to keep the man of your dreams. But I'm equally passionate about showing you what kind of man you absolutely have to avoid unless you want to create a lot of drama in your life, a lot of heartbreak, and you want to turn your life into a living hell. Unfortunately, I coach some women in Skype coaching sessions who ended up dating the wrong man. And unfortunately, the wrong men are often good at selling their qualities, selling themselves as the best invention since sliced bread. And then as a result, if you don't see the obvious red flags that are sometimes for somebody who's on the outside, who's not into this guy, very obvious, if you then don't see these red flags, then you will end up in a relationship that doesn't fulfill you, but that actually makes you miserable. And that's the last thing that I want. And that's why no matter if you are already in a relationship and you have the feeling, hey, this guy is somehow not good for me, something is wrong, somehow my gut feeling tells me, it's just not what I was looking for. Or if you are a single woman and you want to avoid falling in love with the wrong man and you then want to choose the right man, then this episode is for you. And that's why I want to share 19 bad qualities in a boyfriend with you. And these are things that you have to look out for. And the first negative quality is when he blames you for the things that he messed up. If he did a mistake, if he did something, and in the worst case, if he maybe betrayed you, and he then blames you for it, like, if you would have done this, then I wouldn't have acted like that. If he does this, be careful, be very, very careful. If he blames you for the mistakes that he made and he's not willing to learn, not willing to grow, not willing to apologize, not willing to say, hey, I messed up, I'm sorry, then you have to be very careful, because this guy might be a narcissist or simply a very immature boy, and you want to date a man, you don't want to date a boy. And he wants you to try his hobbies, he wants you to be a part of his life, but he never makes an effort to try your hobbies and to be a part of your life. It's all about me, 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 me. That's not the kind of guy that you can build a long-lasting relationship with. That's also not the kind of guy who will care for you, who will take care of you, and who will make an effort to be a part of your life. In a relationship, at least in my opinion, and also in my experience as a coach, both partners should make an effort to be a part of each other's lives. That doesn't mean that you have to like all the same hobbies that he likes, or he has to like all the hobbies that you like, but at least make an effort to be a part of his life in the same way as he should make an effort to be a part of your life. But if the effort is only coming from you and from his side there's zero effort, then this is a one-sided relationship, and that's never good. And he doesn't want to take care of you when you're sick, or when something happens in your life and you need him, no matter if you need him in a physical way to help you or you need him in an emotional way to help you. Let's say, for example, you break your leg and you can't walk that good and he then refuses to take care of you. Or if a family member of yours passes away and you then want him to be there for you, you want him to support you, but he just doesn't offer you that, then he's not the right guy for you. And he never has time for you. I mean, yes, in this case, you have to be careful if you're dating a man who's a successful entrepreneur or very successful in his career. Then he naturally has less time for you than a man who's, for example, a bum and just sitting at home playing video games all day long. Of course. However, he still should have time for you, even if it's just one day a week. But if he doesn't make an effort to make any time for you, and you then see him hanging out with his friends 4 times a week, then he doesn't love you the way he tells you he loves you. And he flirts with other women in front of you. That's also a big, big red flag. Because a man who loves you, a man who's truly devoted to you, would never, ever, ever in a million years flirt with another woman right in front of your face. That wouldn't happen. And if you want to make the right man devoted to you, if you want to make the right man fall in love with you, and if you want him to commit to you, then I recommend that you go to gethimkeephim.com/devoted, or you click on the first link in the description and you then watch this video, find out more about the devotion sequence, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to invest in the devotion system, which is, in my humble opinion, the best program for every woman who wants to make her man, the right man, devoted to her. And in case you decide to invest in this program with the link in the description, you can send an email to Sebastian@gethimkeephim.com with a screenshot of your order receipt, and I will then give you an exclusive coupon code that gives you 50 euros off on your very first Skype coaching session. And this coupon code can be used in all the different coaching sessions that I offer that you can find out more about if you go to gethimkeephim.com/coaching. And this man who's not good for you is addicted to naughty movies. And I think you know which kind of movies I mean. Unfortunately, this addiction is nowadays an epidemic. I mean, so many men, especially younger men, are nowadays addicted to naughty movies on the internet. And this is a huge problem. However, in case your guy is not willing to overcome this addiction, I mean, in case he has this addiction, then you can help him to get over it, because it is, especially for men, incredibly addictive. And if you then help him to get over it, you can actually create an incredibly fulfilling relationship with him, because he will also attribute his success to you because you helped him to get over this addiction. But if he's not willing to get over it, if he's not willing to say, hey, this is not a healthy habit, then you are in for trouble. And this man tries to control what you're wearing and who you're meeting with, and he might also, in the worst case, doesn't allow you to go out without him. He doesn't allow you to meet his friends without him. He doesn't allow you to go to a bar without him when you're meeting your friends. This is extremely controlling behavior, and narcissists are very good at showing this controlling behavior, but I also know from Skype coaching sessions that a lot of women are also very good at excusing this behavior and then confusing love, because apparently he's so in love with me, he's afraid to lose me, with controlling behavior. Love has nothing to do with extreme jealousy and extreme controlling behavior. These are two complete different things. In fact, these are complete opposites. And he's not the affectionate partner that you want. I mean, in this case, you have to be careful. In case there's some trauma on his side, in case he's just shy and a little bit insecure, and you then see an improvement the more you tell him that you want him to be more affectionate, then it's not a negative quality and it's not a reason to panic. But if your boyfriend doesn't show you any affection at all, he doesn't kiss you, he doesn't hug you, he doesn't give you any compliments, then you should be aware. You should become very aware of why he behaves like that and whether or not there's another woman in his life who he gives this affection to. And he checks your phone or maybe even tracks it. This is a huge red flag, and actually it happened to one of my friends, and yes, really to one of my friends, the other way around. His ex-girlfriend tracked his phone, and she then said to him, "Why were you at this place at this time? What were you doing there?" And he was like, how do you know that I was there? And then the whole thing exploded. However, it also happens the other way around when a guy, for example, tries to track a woman's phone. No matter who does it, it's always wrong, at least in my opinion. And if he checks your phone or he tracks your phone, then well, prepare yourself for a lot of drama. And he constantly talks about his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend did this better. His ex-girlfriend was better in this regard. His ex-girlfriend. And he might also be talking to his ex-girlfriend while he's in a relationship with you. Be careful. Be very careful. And his female friends don't know that he has a girlfriend. And if that's the case, if you're meeting one of his female friends and she then, totally surprised, tells you, "Oh, I didn't know that Jason had a girlfriend. I didn't know that." In this case, you have to ask yourself, are they really just his female friends? And don't get me wrong, I don't want you to forbid him to have female friends in the same way as he shouldn't forbid you to have male friends. I also have female friends, but my female friends, at least the ones who I'm close with and who I'm in contact on a regular basis, they know that I have a girlfriend. And that's the important part. If he doesn't tell his female friends for whatever reason, and we can all guess what that reason is, that he has in fact a girlfriend, and then you should be careful. And he puts you down and makes you feel less confident. This is also a clear red flag, and that's also often done by narcissists who want to keep you around by making you feel bad, by making you feel less confident, and then they think that you won't leave them because you no longer have any confidence. So be careful when that happens. And if that happens, then you need to break up with him, you need to get over him, and if you want to get over a man who's not good for you, then you're ready for a breakup recovery coaching session. And if you want to find out more about that, you can go to GetHimKeepHim.com/recovery. And what if he doesn't want you to meet his friends? That's already bad enough, but what if he doesn't want you to meet his parents? I mean, again, here you have to distinguish. If he's not ready to introduce you to his parents after 2 weeks of dating, that's completely normal. But if he's not ready to introduce you to his parents after 6 months or 1 year of dating, then it's a red flag. And whenever you text him, he takes a long time. And no, I don't mean that he's busy with work and he texts you back 3 hours later, which can happen. That's completely normal. But what if he texts back 1 day later or 2 days later and he doesn't even return your calls? That's a clear sign that he just doesn't care about you in the same way that you care about him. And he says that he was just joking right after he made you feel bad, right after he put you down. And in this case, if you allow him to do that for whatever reason, for whatever trauma that might have happened in your life that now puts you in a position where you allow him to put you down, then you have to develop true self-love. Because only when you develop true self-love will you be able to attract a loving relationship into your life. And if you're ready to develop this self-love, if you're ready to feel love for yourself and for your life, which will then allow you to attract a loving relationship, then you can go to GetHimKeepHim.com/love and find out more about my self-love coaching session. And he's never fully present when he's with you. He's either watching TV or staring at his smartphone or maybe even texting with his ex-girlfriend or this one female friend who doesn't know that you exist. If he's never present with you, that's a clear red flag and a sign that this man is not good for you. And another clear red flag is when he drinks too much alcohol. I, for example, am very extreme in this regard. I don't drink any alcohol at all. That's just a personal choice that I made. However, if he, for example, drinks 1 beer in the evening every 3 days or every 4 days, then it's no reason to panic. But what if he drinks several beers during the day? What if he gets irritated? What if you can see, yes, he has a very unhealthy drinking habit? Then be careful. And I can promise you, I know that from coaching women who've been in a situation, he will make up all kinds of excuses. He will blame you. He will tell you that you're boring, that he just enjoys his life, that he just wants to have a drink every now and then. Just look out for the amount he's drinking. And this is also closely related to the next bad quality in a boyfriend that I want to share with you, and that's that he gets angry and irritated very easily. And this can especially happen if he's drinking a lot, but it can also happen with men who don't drink. And no matter when during the dating process, if he shows any signs of aggression, of uncontrollable anger, of being irritated, and even in the worst case, being physically violent to anyone else or you, then you have to get out of this relationship. And then you might want to invest in yourself and in your future and your emotional well-being by booking a breakup and recovery coaching session. And like I said before, if you want to find out more about that, you can go to GetHimKeepHim.com/recovery. And the last bad quality in a boyfriend that I want to share with you is when he never says I love you and he avoids you when you tell him how much you love him. That's a clear sign that he doesn't love you, and you deserve a man who loves you. You deserve a man who's devoted to you. And if you want to make the right man devoted to you, then like I said, you can go to GetHimKeepHim.com/devoted, or you can click on the first link in the description. And remember, if you decide to invest in the devotion system with the link in the description, then you can send a screenshot of your order receipt to Sebastian@GetHimKeepHim.com, and I will then give you instant access to a special coupon code that gives you 50 euros off on your very first coaching session with me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.